Hey guys, welcome to another SCP Explained video. Today we were going to be taking a look at one of the oldest and most well-known SCPs in the SCP universe. SCP-005, also known as the Skeleton Key. So without further ado, let's get into it. SCP-005 is an apparently unbreakable key made of an unknown metal that opens any lock that it is used on regardless of its material or design. In addition, it is impossible to lose any of its key parts. The key was first discovered by a group of looters who were exploring the catacombs of Paris when they heard a voice saying, "Open the door, open the door." When they opened up the door to which the voice was referring, they found SCP-005 on the other side. After containing the key, attempts were made to destroy it with a sledgehammer, but this proved to be futile. It was then brought to the Foundation for further study and containment. The key's first recorded use was in the catacombs, where it opened an iron-wrought gate, presumably the same one from earlier. After this, researchers became curious if the key would work on living beings, and so they decided to try it out. When the key was inserted into the neck of a live mouse, the mouse instantly expired. Further testing showed that the key could open up the skulls of human cadavers with ease. Even though the key was too small to fit into the hole left by the removal of the cadaver's jaw. As of now, the only way to stop SCP-005 from working is by completely removing its head. However, if only the tip is removed, the key will still continue to function normally. Now, because SCP-005 is such an old SCP, its containment procedures are quite different from how we contain SCPs nowadays, and that's because the procedures are non-existent. Yes, there aren't any set containment procedures for SCP-5. There is an entire wiki dedicated to this anomaly, and it doesn't even have any containment procedures listed. This is because the key is simply stored in a locked container in one of the Foundation's storage facilities. That's literally it. Back in the early days, they didn't really know what to do with anomalies like SCP-005. So instead of developing a containment procedure, they just kind of put it in a box and forgot about it. Nowadays, of course, we all know that's not how it works, but hey, at least they eventually got around to making an article for it. In terms of its threat level, SCP-005 is considered Euclid. This is mainly due to its unknown origin and its anomalous effects on organic matter. As we saw earlier, the key was able to kill a mouse instantly when it was inserted into its neck, so you can imagine why it was classified as Euclid. However, the key's actual capabilities are unknown since it has never been observed opening a non-physical lock, meaning that there may be other things that it is capable of doing. As far as its story goes, SCP-005 is one of the more interesting ones. The key was found in the catacombs of Paris, which are these underground tunneling networks where over 6 million people have died. The fact that the key was talking to the looters is very eerie and mysterious, especially since it hasn't done that again since it was recovered by the Foundation. There are many theories as to where the key came from and what its true purpose is. But since it has never been observed opening anything other than physical locks, those are just theories. However, there is one experiment that I think deserves to be mentioned. Researchers began communicating with the key telepathically, and they asked it questions about itself, its origin, etc. However, all they received in return were negative responses. So, there's definitely something more going on here. But unfortunately, we'll never really know what that is. So what do you think? Is there anything that I missed? If so, please let me know down in the comments below. Also, please consider leaving a like and maybe even subscribe. It would help us a ton. Anyways, I'll see you next time. Bye.